So it's a 7-figure case. And the value of that case, I got to tell you something. Number one, the most important, it's a great story. First off, the insurance company says the vehicle that crashed into my client, okay, and it crashed in and sadly took his life. So I'm representing the mother and father of this individual. It's a young 21-year-old gentleman. The other vehicle was coming in the opposite direction. It's the number one crash in a motorcycle and turned left directly in front of my client. My client wasn't speeding. Everything was perfect with his motorcycle, but he crashed into that side of that vehicle, and sadly, he lost his life. Their parents came to us because we're Law Tigers. We're Law Tigers attorneys. And when I talked to that family, I explained to them it's going to be a very difficult case because the number one thing they're going to say is that he was speeding. And sadly, your son is not here to talk to us about that. So what happened? I was able to talk to the insurance company and find out that on that car that crashed into him, there was only a $50,000 policy. And sadly, most people would have simply settled that case for $50,000 and not done the next step, and that's what we did. I immediately had the person driving the car, I handed them an affidavit. And that affidavit goes through that they swear under oath, under penalty of perjury, that the things in that affidavit are true. And one of the things in that affidavit indicated that there was not an additional insurance policy that would cover you for your actions. And some of the things that I ask in that affidavit, that affidavit states, is that there is not another insurance policy that will cover the actions of that lady who turned left in front of my client, eventually killing him. And when she had that affidavit sitting in front of him, in front of her, she had to come out truthful and say, I'm sorry, insurance company, but I have another policy. And that other policy is a $250,000 policy. So now we're at $300,000 on this case. And when I told that to my client, they felt a little better that there's some redemption, that they're getting something for the loss of their son. But I didn't stop because I said, you're not done with that affidavit. I don't believe you because the knowledge that we have, when you have that type of coverage, it's very likely that you're going to have an umbrella policy, which is another additional policy. And when I questioned them and I made them sign under oath whether there was an umbrella policy, 2 weeks later, I get a letter in the mail. Yes, there's an umbrella policy and there's another $1 million on top of that other policy. What is the value of a life? Are you going to give up your life? Are you going to give up your child's life for $1.3 million? Absolutely not. But when you compare that to the initial offer of that insurance company of $50,000, it makes it a little bit easier. And a $1.3 million resolution is much easier. And why did they do that? Because they knew that as a Law Tiger attorney, as a Law Tiger law firm, we're a litigation firm. We are trial lawyers. And that if you don't come up with all of that money, we are going to take you to court and it's going to be a very unpleasant experience for you. And you may be writing a check or going bankrupt after doing that. So it's extremely important. Why do we do that? Because we do this for our people. You would do it for your family. Our motorcycle clients are part of our family because it is the Law Tigers family. It's the Law Tigers community. It's the riding community. So that's what makes our firm different than other law firms out there.